This is a presentation on the project management cycle. So what is the project management cycle? In the previous presentation, I showed you something about the elements of the project design, monitoring, and evaluation cycle. But I think it's also important for you to have an understanding of the project management cycle, which are the elements where most of the work that happens within a project will occur. So, like the Pdme cycle, the project management cycle is also made out of 6 phases. We have an initiation phase, planning phase, implementation, monitoring, adapting, and closing phase. We'll go into more detail with each one of them. The initiation phase is that once we got the project approved, we got the funds from the donor, we got the resources needed, and then we start with the concept of defining the project governability. Means that the decisions are going to be made, the structure and the approvals, and means that the appointment of a steering committee, the development of a project charter that authorizes the beginning of the project and appoints a project manager and a project team and help us manage the structure behind the project organization. Once those elements are ready, the next phase is planning. So the project manager and the team go into detailed planning. So using the information they have from the design, from the proposal to the donor, they go and they develop the plans to manage the different elements of the project. That means that the scope, the schedule, the budget, the quality, the project team, the relationship with the stakeholders, the information needed for the data collection and monitoring needs, risk management, and contract management. All of those are elements of the plans that are needed to manage the project, including the monitoring plan that help us identify the key indicators the project will monitor to guide the actions and guide the progress of the project. The third phase, this is where most of the work happens, is mostly focused on team development, working on all the project activities, procurement, and quality assurance. The fourth phase is when the project team starts looking at the monitoring activities and the outputs, the data information analysis and variance analysis to see what the project is doing and compare it to the plans of what they needed to do. Then there is the adapting phase. It's the phase where we look at change request. Once we have the information from the monitoring phase, the information helps us look at opportunities to make changes, and those changes, they need to be analyzed for options. They have to be in a process to approve it and then adapt the plans so that in the next phase we can implement those changes. And finally, the closing phase, when we close all the project activities. Once we complete all the work, we complete also and we close the contracts. There is an administrative closing process, reassignment of the team, final reports, and the lessons learned. The idea is that in project management, the cycle is a continuous process that occurs during the different project phases. So we begin with initiation, we go into the planning, we implement, we monitor the implementation, we make some changes, we replan, we implement again, and we can go with 2 or 3 phases until we complete all the activities we need to do in the implementation, and we are ready, and then we can close the project. Here's another view